I am Supreme, and this is message number 7 of the Supreme Oracle Freestyles, where I do collective readings to help assist the chosen. You will know when you are chosen because my messages will resonate with your soul. We are chosen because we are here to prove to the world that God, spirit, energy, is real. Okay, we are here to prove to people that their own energy, frequency, and vibration is real, and to assist them in clearing their energy, to show them the gift of synchronicity and alignment. You are the source of your creation. Now, being chosen is a blessing and a curse because we are the example of what happens when you are aligned, and we're also examples of what happens when you're not aligned. We are put in the spotlight for the world to see. We are the examples. You cannot run from being chosen. You will wonder, why me? Why is everybody always worried about me? You could be doing the same thing everybody else do, but some reason once you do it, it makes a difference. Whether it's in your family, whether it's at work, or whatever, you always seem to be the one that's picked for what everybody worried about what you do and when you do it. When you do something, it makes a difference. That's because you're chosen. Learn to embrace it. You can't run from it, so you might as well cooperate with it. It'll be your greatest blessing when you cooperate with it. Then you'll start to tell yourself, well, shoot, why not me? So I do my readings to assist the chosen because we're still human. We still go through the human condition like everybody else. And in fact, we're more connected to the human condition than what humans are connected to themselves. Okay? So we can't run from that connection. So it needs wisdom so we can learn how to navigate through this human condition. Y'all ready for the message? Let's see where we're going to start today. The spy. Somebody is spying. Of course, when you're chosen. When you're chosen, we are under 24-hour surveillance. Trust and believe. People have mastered the ability to act like you are not important when you are the first thing on their mind. Okay, they are paying attention to everything you do, but they have mastered the ability to make sure you don't notice that. Always remember that when you are chosen, you are in the spotlight. People see it. Now, I'm talking to somebody who needs to understand this because there is a spy in your energy. There's a lot of spies in your energy. I'm going to pull a chart so that way we can open up a grid of the who, what, where, when, and why. Who am I talking about? Why am I talking about them? Where are they? And why? What are you up to in your chosen life that somebody's spying on you? Of course, people follow you. And now, understand this. You will have a lot of spies. You will have a lot of followers. Even on social media, not everybody following you likes you. Not everybody following you is your fan. People are following you because they're trying to figure out why they are connected to you. Something about you has their energy and their attention, and they're trying to figure out why. Some people, they hate the fact that you have their attention. They hate it. They're hoping that it's that they don't know. They say, I don't know whether this is my enemy or my friend. Is this person has some type of message for me? Because I see it in their energy. And for some reason, I can't seem to put my finger on it. That's how they monitor you. You will have a lot of monitoring spirits. People don't know why you have their energy and they hate that. This is why your life makes a difference. Gemini in the second house. Gemini is the energy of interaction and communication. The second house is the house of money. I just seen 444 on the screen. So let's pull a Gemini in the second house chart to see what we're talking about. I have the planetary alignments in front of me today, September the 12th, 2025. Now, when Gemini is in the second house. Let's see what Taurus is rising. Taurus. When Gemini is in the second house, and this is Taurus's house, the second house, and Taurus actually comes first. This is a second house chart. This is a chart of money, material possessions. All right? Somebody's watching you because it's important. They're watching the way money and material flows in your life. You are different, beloved. You are different. We about to talk about it. Oh, we about to talk about this difference. You are different because a lot of people are out here doing the same thing to get money. That's why they're all in the race. When people get things, they get houses, they get cars, they get promotions, they get this, they get that. And you know, they're all in the race. They're jealous of each other. They say, well, how'd you do that? Because I was doing the same thing you did. But see, you, on the other hand, beloved, because you're chosen, these second house activities of money, material possessions, they're coming into your life from a different angle. So it's the reason why people are watching you. And you got to make sure it's worth their watch. You have to give them a show because you're giving them an example one way or the other. And a lot of times people just need to learn that the universe and God has everything in control when you're aligned. Some people are out here, they really believe that the government has the power to stop their money and to stop their income. The government does not have the power to stop your income. You have the power to stop your income. Nobody has that power. When you're chosen, you are the example. People are going to watch how things unfold in your life because they know, hold up, this person don't even move like they're doing the same thing I'm doing. So how are they ahead of me at getting all these things? They're going to zoom in. They're spying on you to figure out what the fuck are you doing. Health and work in the seventh house. The seventh house is the house of relationships. Let's talk about this health and work. It could be a health issue, it could be a work issue. Now, in the seventh house, you have Scorpio. Okay? And the seventh house represents your partner. Okay? It represents your spouse, your husband, your wife, your significant other. It could also represent the enemy, your enemy, the person that is at odds with you, the person in opposition with you. However, this seventh house individual with Scorpio energy, with the health and work card, means that there is something that has to do with you acquiring a lot of wealth through a partner. It could be through a partner's job, your partner's work. Okay? Your partner's work. Your partner's workplace. And the reason why I know it's your partner's workplace, and your partner may be a Scorpio, but then they might not be. But however, we're talking about one of your partners that has strong Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy represents the energy of what you merge with, what you get from others. So of course, when you are moving up the ladder of success through other people's finances or other people's work, this is what this is talking about. Okay, you being in a relationship with somebody that has the power that you need to move forward. And at the end of the day, it's helping them as well because this partnership takes place at work. Because this is where Libra is. The seventh house is Libra's house, where this Scorpio activity is taking place. You are merging with your partner. Your partner must have a good job or they have their own business, okay? But you are chosen, okay? So you are coming up through merging with your partner. Bless me, I must was on point. So let's find out when Taurus is rising, and then the seventh house is also ruled by Venus. Venus rules Libra and Taurus. It rules the second house aspect of Taurus, which is about money and material, diamonds and gold. And then it rules the relationship aspect of Libra, which talks about marriage, obligations, partnerships, which is what you are going through in your relationship. Now, where's Venus at? Venus is in Leo. And Leo is in the fourth house. Okay. So you have a lot of Leo energy. Okay, you have a lot of spotlight energy. Okay, and you may be the one at home moving up the ladder at what it is that you are doing for your higher power. Now, let's just elaborate on this to make sure if I'm telling the truth or not. All right. So, right now, the sun is in Virgo, and Virgo is in the fifth house. That's Leo's house. Virgo is in Leo's house, and Taurus comes first, and Venus rules Taurus, and Venus is in Leo. Okay, so this, I'm talking to somebody that's working from home, doing what you do. Virgo is the energy of work. The fourth house is the energy of home. That's where Venus is. You are in a relationship, a Venus interaction with this seventh house Scorpio energy partner. Okay, this is also like your business partner. So it's working out for the both of y'all. You may be a Leo, but if not, you have strong Leo energy. You have strong talents, gifts, abilities, a strong entertainment quality, a quality about you that stands out. You're naturally entertaining. Your presence is entertaining. That's Leo energy. You don't have to be a Leo to have Leo energy. We all have Leo energy. It's just a matter of where Leo is at in your chart. Okay? So now, the fact that Gemini is rising is the Gemini card came out in the second house. We got to follow Mercury because Gemini has a lot to do with this variety of ways that you get money. Okay, Gemini rules duality and variety. Okay, it rules versatility. And when it comes out in the house of money, and this is a money chart, this talks about your versatility. So let's follow Mercury, being that this is the card that came out. Mercury today is in Virgo. So this versatility that you have is in your fifth house work, your fifth house craft. The fifth house is about Leo energy, gifts, talents, abilities, entertainment, singing, dancing, rapping, all types of spiritual arts and crafts and physical arts and crafts and mental arts and crafts and emotional arts and crafts. All of that is Leo energy. Fun, pleasure, entertainment, theater, the spotlight. And you have Virgo there. You're in the spotlight to work. You will be known for your work. And this is what you're doing at home. You have a history. The fourth house is where Leo is. You have a history of this work that you do. But keep in mind, that's why you have spies. Because they are paying attention to your ability to manipulate the universe just by you being you and doing what you do. Lies. There are lies involved. Let's pull another card. Matter of fact, I'm not going to shuffle. Let's pull another card. Crime and war in the fourth house. Could there be some lies going on at home and in the family? Okay? Crime and war in the fourth house. That's where Leo is. Leo does rule drama too. Could there be some crime going on? Can somebody be lying to you? I'm talking to the chosen. Could somebody be lying to you? And even if they are, make sure you stay aligned because they won't be able to get away with it. You got to make sure you stay aligned. Look, money and material in the first house. Look at that. This is a money chart. This is a money chart. And money in the first house. These lies that's going on, and with this crime and this war, there could be a crime taking place. Lies are being told to you, okay, surrounding your home life or your family. There could be a crime or war going on in the family, a domestic dispute in the family. There could be a domestic dispute in the family because the fourth house is the house of family. And there are lies that's being told. So you want to be careful. Definitely want to be careful because this money and material card, this is about your money and it's about your material. Okay? Somebody's talking, okay? And I don't think it's good, all right? So we got to follow this first house card. We already did because Taurus is ruled by Venus and Venus is in Leo. It takes us directly to this crime. So let's elaborate on this crime, okay? Let's follow the sun because Leo is ruled by the sun. And right now, like I said, the sun is in the fifth house in Virgo, and the fifth house belongs to the sun. The sun belongs to the fifth house because that is Leo's house and Leo rules the sun. But Virgo is there. And Mercury, which rules Gemini in the second house, rules both Gemini and Virgo. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. This variety of ways that you make money. I feel like somebody's lying. Somebody's telling lies. They're lying about you. They don't believe that you are honestly making an honest living for yourself. They don't believe that. They don't believe you are making an honest living for yourself. They're lying because they're like, how? And you got to understand, people don't know how energy works. They don't know that you have the power to show up as who you are and make the universe conform to that. The universe literally has the power to make a living for you by you just doing you and existing. If you show up like that every day and you know that that's you and the universe knows that you're not lying, it will show up for you that way. All you got to deal with is people telling lies about you because they don't believe it. Because these people don't believe in God. They don't believe in the invisible realm, the spiritual realm. This is why we're chosen. We are here to set an example that God is real. The example that we're setting and the thing that we are proving that's real is something that people cannot see with their naked eye. So we have a responsibility of opening up their third eye. We have a responsibility of making the blind see, open up deaf ears, raising the dead in spirit. People are spiritually dead. They are physically alive, but spiritually dead. Look at that. Secrets. You know secrets. You know secrets. Okay? You are here to expose these secrets without opening your mouth. You're here to expose these secrets by your craft, the thing that you do. The life that you live is going to expose these universal secrets about God. That is your ministry. That is your ministry. And you don't back down from your ministry from anybody. They're going to always have lies until the truth speaks for itself. You have to be able to tell the truth without opening up your mouth. Meditate on that. What does that look like in your life? How can you tell people that God is real without telling them with your mouth? You got work to do. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell button so you'll be notified when I drop these collective freestyle readings. You got work to do. Reach out to me in my email if you want a personal reading for more guidance. And that's going to be my reading. This is message number 7. Y'all be blessed.